Hello, friends. So, in today's lecture, we are just going to discuss about variables and assignments in Python. In our previous video lecture, we just have discussed that what literals are, what values we provide to different variables in a program. Say, I'm saying x is equals to 5. In that case, 5 will be a number and number literal. Same as the literals, Python variables do not need explicit declaration to reserve memory space. I think you all must have worked with some programming language like C, C++, Java, and any other programming language. And in maximum languages, what you usually do is you explicitly declare the data type for that variable. In Python, we do not need to do that. As you can see in this example, we have simply assigned a value 5 to a variable x. We are not explicitly saying that what is the type of this x. But the Python compiler automatically understood that because 5 is a number literal, that means x will be a variable that will hold a number in it. So that's why it will be of a number type. Okay, so we simply can print the value of x in this case. In Java or in C++, this syntax is not valid. We explicitly have to specify int, float, long, double, or any specific data type with this variable. But in Python, we don't need to do that. We simply have to declare the variable, and then we will have to give it a value. We have to assign it a value, and Python compiler will automatically understand that what kind or what type of variable it is. See, in same variable x, once we are declaring a value of number type, and in another way, we are declaring a value of string type. So, in the same variable, we are doing that, but in different ways, Python is treating this simple x variable at this time as a number variable, or in this time as a string variable. The expression x is equals to plus x would not be legal in this case because the plus operator may not be applied with mixed string and integer operands. If you want to mix string and integer at a single point in a simple expression, then you will have to convert the number into string first by using the str function that we have already discussed in previous video. So, whenever you are trying to print the number with the help of plus operator, you must have to convert it into string. Otherwise, using simply comma, you can print that value. So, print x is equals to comma x would print the value 5, but using plus, you have to convert it into str first because it will concatenate two strings with each other. We can have multiple assignments. As you can see here, x comma y comma z is equals to 10, 20, 30. This is truly valid in Python that we can do. So when we are printing this x and y and z, you are getting this results. So in a single line, we can declare first all variables that we need, and then by assigning, we can specifically assign different values to these variables, and as per their order, these value will be assigned to those variables. Some variables, same variables can be used for integer and string that we have discussed already, that the same variable a can be used for integer value say 5, and the same variable a can be used for a string value also. So for the same variable we can use different data types in that one. It doesn't matter in that case. Floating point type, same as we have discussed, that the basic thing that matter is the value that we are providing to the variable. In this case, if we are assigning a floating point value to a variable, that variable will be a floating point type. So it totally matters up to the value that we are assigning to that variable. If it is of number, variable will be of number. If it is string, variable will be of string. If it is float, variable will be of float. String is another data type. String kind of variables are there that is identified as a contiguous set of characters. Say we have already in Java or in C or in C++, we have read that string is the character array. Same is here. The string that we are using, it is set of characters, or you can say it's an array of characters that we can have here. We can use single quotes or double quotes for representing a string. The plus sign is used for string concatenation, and the asterisk sign is used for repetition operators, like how many times you want to repeat it. As you can see in this example, we have declared a string named hello world. This is assigned this value to it. We are printing it, it will print hello world. We are printing str of 0, it will print the first character, the first index h. We are printing from 2 to 5, so it will move to the second index 0, 1, 2, that is L, and then 4, 5. So LLO will be the output. These are starting from the first index, ending to this index. str2 colon, if we are not specifying the second index, then in that case it will start from second index and move till the last of the string. See, into the multiplication operator, what it is doing, it is multiplying the same string, it is printing the same string two times. If it is three, it will print the same string three times, and so on. Okay, so for this purpose, we are using multiplication over here. Plus, as we have already read, that's plus is used for concatenating two strings. So it will print hello world with test. So for concatenation, we use plus operator. We have other important data types like Python list, Python tuples, Python dictionaries that we will discuss in further chapters. This time, this is not in the. We are not going to cover these data types in this specific video. How we can get the input from the user? You must have know that we can use the scanf function. We can use the getters function in C++. In Java, we have different input getting functions. The same in Python, we are having the input function that we can use for getting input from the user. So this simple input function is capable of getting any type of input from the user from the keyboard. So what you are doing, you are simply writing x is equals to input, and this function will ask the user, it will wait the user to enter some value, and that will be assigned to x that you can print right now. So input function is used for that function. For example, we are going to write a program to print two numbers, sum of two numbers. So print enter first number x is equals to input, it will get the value from the user and assign it to x. Another number it will get from the user and assign it to y, and z is equals to int x plus int y, and in that case it will add these two numbers and then print the sum of these two numbers with each other. So guys, this is enough for this video. In this video, we have discussed that how we can declare variables in Python. We don't need to explicitly define the type of the variables like int, float, or string, and so on. And then we have discussed that how we can simply use different string functions and we can get data from the user. So input function is very important in that case, that you are going to use in various ways in further chapters and in further programs. So you must have to take care of this one, by which we don't need to have explicitly specify what is the type of this variable, right? So in further videos we will further continue. In the next video we will continue basically with some other functions that we can use with the eval function and so on. Till then, keep watching and subscribing. Thank you very much.